Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, Randomania fans and Final Fantasy fans from wherever you are. Welcome to another stunning match in our 2019 co-op tournament between the Crescent Lake Party Planners and Filgaia, or Filgaia, I think it's called. So,
right, you are, Canuck. That was Filgaia.
yeah, we discussed it before. I didn't really realize. Filgaia does consist of the team of Carito and Sonny Wrath 11, while we have the Crescent Lake Party Planners, which consist of Danny 383 and Spellzap. This is game 1, best of 3 series in our tournament, and with me on the mic today is the incomparable Dangwoo. How you doing tonight?
Oh, let me tell you, I am ecstatic. I'm looking forward to this. For anybody who doesn't know, we have 2 new players that have gone into this. On the top left is Kirito, who's done a lot of our streaming for speed gaming and stuff like that, so he's joined into this. And on your top right hand of the screen, Danny 383 has tossed her hat into the competition here. She has overcome some anxiety about doing all this, and she is live with Spellzap. So this is going to be a great match.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. You got 2 veterans in Sonny Rat and Spellzap, and you got 2 newbies in Carito and Danny. So this is going to be quite. We'll see if the rookies take control early, or if the veterans decide to calm them down.
It's going to be an interesting thing because Sonny's going to be definitely showing Kirito how it's done, and Spellzap, I'm sure, has done a lot, but Spellzap's probably given all the tracking duties to Danny at this point. Okay, I found this, and you're going to probably see Danny just, not moving at all for a little while.
Danny's probably so used to it now, she probably memorizes it all anyway.
Exactly. All right, we're about to launch our runners here, and they're going to be off to the races here. This is a floor and entrance shuffle here. The towns are not shuffled, so you're going to see a lot of interesting things. Canuck, why don't you get that? Explain a little bit about that while I launch these runs.
Sure. So we got a couple of special flags here. There is actually only one incentivized location. There's actually the Marsh Key Loft. One of these days, folks, I promise you, we'll have a tournament that doesn't involve Marsh, and everybody will be happy. I know it. Other than that, there's a couple of other changes. There's actually 8 loose items in this flag set. So there's going to be a lot of exploration, and there's a lot of digging to do in order to get what key items you need to make this happen. And timer has started, and I don't see anybody moving.
We're off to the races. Oh, right off the bat, Canaria Castle turns into the teleporter maze, which is also shuffled. So you can no longer go to right, to up, or bottom. Anything like that is completely random. Zap and Lit 2, that's a good start, black magic spells.
Cure 4 and Wall, level 1 white, so that's pretty good. Houses are kind of expensive, so are cabins, actually. So the housing market's going to be a little hard to get through at the beginning of the seed.
Now, I did promise the runners that if they let me roll the seed, that they would get Quake level 1. Apparently I got Zap instead. Clearly there was a mix-up when I rolled the seed. We might have to re-roll the seed.
Yeah, you put a small Q instead of a big one. I mean, come on.
Sorry, it happens.
And it looks like we have Spellzap. The first one to leave town, he's making his way towards the old TOF, which we know to be the new TOF. You sure you randomized this?
I will not confirm nor deny what I have done with this seed.
Wow, that's a huge chunk of cash down there in TOFR. And a nice sword, coral, and a cabin, so chess paying off here. Looks like Sonny's trying to find that teleporter. I don't know how much luck he's going to have with that. Looks like there is a super long run off power off, though.
That is one of the nice things to find early on, I have to admit, because especially when you're trying to get through this teleporter maze like Sonny's trying to do right now, it makes it a whole lot easier, and he's found it.
Garland shrugging off those zaps like they don't exist. Spell zap's forced to reset because he ran out of spell charges. Trying again. We see Danny's pause. She's making a mental note of where TOFR is.
Yeah, you see Sonny in the bottom left taking notes. Looks like Danny's taking some notes. Maybe cheering spells at Bond from here. Hurry up and kill Garland. You're taking your sweet time.
She's gonna have to kill Garland too if she decides she wants to go. Yeah, maybe she's just getting a drink, you know, shaking it off, or her stream paused. Oh, and there we have a little marsh action on Sawney Rat's side.
Yeah, it's starting. It might be a little bit of lag on our side. I think it's just, yeah, it's caught up finally. We got Garland. We got Matoya's is now Dwarf Cave. And we find the loose ship for Kyrdos, so we're going to be sailing the high seas. Hey, wasn't that tournament already done?
Yeah, it was. I recall losing. But for those of you who are just joining us new, now that Corito has picked up the ship, with the co-op, what happens is that will go onto the server, which will update in around like 1 to 10 seconds, and then Sonirath will also get the ship. So only one person needs to pick up the key item in order to get.
Yeah, and the important thing about that is the person who picked up that key item has to make sure that he does not reset, or they do not reset. Mancats are tearing apart Sonirath's team. That's a wipe, unfortunately, but since the server, as I was talking about, the server had already saved his key item, he will now have that ship available. But that was actually Kirito that found it. So, as I was saying, sorry, I got slightly distracted, was if the person who found the key item dies, with it before that key item goes into the server, they actually lose that key item.
Looks like we got a few of our runners in Provoca here. We're going to get a look at the pirates. Now, there is a flag on called Unsafe Pirates. So these pirates could nuke you down if they felt like it. But it looks like Ash is going to get the Litnin 2 off. Meanwhile, Sonny is finally in the TOF. He's picking up his big, huge chunk of cash. And a fast hammer. That's gonna be nice.
It's really nice, especially if fast ends up being level 8, but it ends up being level 2, so it's not nearly as great, but at the same time, it allows you to do solo Knight if, you know, for whatever reason you're going through Temple of Fiends Revisited and everybody dies except for your Knight.
And level 2 white magic. We do have Exit and Invis 2, and I do believe the red mains learn them.
This is Knight learnable. This is, yeah, everybody. Level 2 is everybody learnable, so this is great.
They're going to have a nice magic selection. Looks like we have Sonny Rat going back to buy a nice shield for his. We got lots of money. Might as well spend it on something.
Might as well, right? I mean, you get a fast hammer, you get a ice sword, you know, you get, I don't know, whatever I want to give you at this point, right?
Well, you got your ship. Don't have your canoe, but you got your ship. Where do you go from here?
You definitely got to go to Elfland. You might as well check out. You have one of your runners, especially now that Team Crescent Lake Party Planners on your right hand side has found the ship now. Also, one of them's probably going to go to Elfland. They're going to check, Northwest Castle, Marsh, and Elfland Castle, and then you generally will have the other one probably go to Melman, check out that, or you go to the Sages, and you get the free key item, and Sahag's hit with glare, so sailing the high seas is pretty dangerous at this moment.
But we have 3 runners doing it anyway. Ooh, look, what's that for sale? Some flame, some opal. You can fully stock your opal in Provoca.
I'm highly expecting that that I was going to say I was highly expecting that Sahag to just glare the dang in Spellzap's party, because whatever character he seems to name after me, tends to get all the aggro.
Looks like we have Spellzap's going to be the first person to show us what the dwarfs have to offer here. And it's the first level of Bahamut's Tunnel. Now, with Floor Shuffle on, this is not going to lead you to Bahamut 2. It's actually going to lead you to Sardi.
Well, this is a good start. This will give us generally a key item. Maybe it gives a key. That's not bad at all. Okay.
That's a good early pickup.
So, in this flag set, for anybody who doesn't know, there's actually 2 required items at this point. For sure. It's the loot and the key. We just found one of them.
Yeah, because normally your rod is required, but if hiding behind the rod lock is, say, a cardiail, well, you don't need the rod, right, if you find everything else. There's kind of a strategy that comes into play with this as well.
So, I mean, it's nice, though, to get the key early, because now if you find Elfland Castle early, or, Corneria Castle and Northwest Castle, you have all these chests that you can check early instead of, accidentally forgetting that you've already checked them and stuff like that. It makes it a little bit easier. Nuke, Temper, Quake. There's my Quake. See, I told you. The first 3 spells. Guaranteed.
The Saber, too. That is loaded level 3.
I mean, I'm more excited about the Quake, but, it's cool, too. Oh, there's a Titan's West there, so that could actually be key in the seed sometimes. In the Titan's Tunnel sometimes can lead to progression. When you get the Ruby, it can lead to, to the Cardia Isles, the double top, double bottom, and wherever it leads, the other one might lead to, an Elfland Castle for an herb turn-in or a loose item that will hand you the floater or a ship or a canoe.
Did I miss something, or am I lagging behind?
Nope, you didn't miss anything.
I didn't see no location like that.
Elfland Castle. Unfortunately, though, Marsh Cave leads to Titan East. Elfland Castle leads to Titan's West. So, okay.
Well, they're close enough anyway.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see what Northwest Castle is. Oh, there's a lot of good chests to dig out here. And with the hero run off the start, should be easy money. Meanwhile, Sonny has found Sarda. He will be getting his key. Yeah, that's it.
So for the ones, for the question in the chat by Lord Fizzlebeef, I believe it is a combination of both. For Danny and Kirito's side, I believe they're both having a little bit of lag issues, but I think they've also been on tracking duty.
There's a crystal. Looks like Matoya lost her eye and it rolled all the way to sky.
Oh, poor red mage. Annihilated.
Bye, Amy. Much love from the Chimera. Money, money. Dragon sword? And more money. No, it's the sea floor that has no chests on it. Yeah, it looks like Kirito is paused as well. Oh, he's using the fast hammer on this fighter. Oh, and there it is. More marsh action.
There's a Danny. She's on the vanilla snow cone, sailing the high seas. Sonny Wrath made his way to Elfland. Ooh, pro rings for almost 7.7k. That's nice.
Spellzap finds the top of Earth. First floor Earth. He's going to keep going. He's not going to dig the chest. He's just going to see what this leads to further. Because this is getting to be a pretty deep dungeon so far. I think he's 4 floors in already.
Now, it's kind of, oh no, he's down to 2. Alright, he made it through. I think this is an exploration dive at this. Ooh, Cardia Treasure. Okay, this is nice, because he still has the white mage alive. He can exit out. Kirito went back to Temple of Fiends Revisit. This is a good play. That's free chest to check.
We haven't found Matoya yet, so we're still, the crystal's still at large.
Yep.
Wonder why he's going back in. Oh, maybe to check top of Earth, I guess.
That, and I mean, it's pretty easy to get to, too. He might check trap tiles just in case, for whatever reason, you might. Nope, never mind. It was a split. I missed the split portion of this. So he's got to check the other side.
Looks like Burrito's fighting found the mummies trap tile in TOF.
And a troll poor spell zap. One way led to Cardia Treasure, the other one led to Cardia Empty. So, well, you win some, you lose some.
Spellzap's already up at Spellzap. Burrito's already up at level 7. Looks like he's grinding on these mummies here as best he can. I like this play early. Get some levels early when you can.
Oxiel has been found in Crescent by Danny, 22.5k. So that's interesting. Not too bad. Fog 2, Cure 3, and level 6 white. Kirito's grinding levels on the Wiz. We have Warp at level 6.
Sonny's grinding as well.
So the black mages won't be able to use Warp until level 16. Red mages until level 20. Let's see what these crazy... Ooh, level 3, life 2. I missed that. And white magic. That's great. And it's night learnable.
Looks like we have Danny at the Circle of Stages, talking to all the drunk people roaming around. We had a big party last night.
Oh, yes, we did. Edge was there. E-Tap. Lord Fizzlebeef was there, too, now.
Looks like she's having trouble finding the right one, though. Come on, Danny, push those drunk people away.
Hey, just put your leg out and trip them out of the way.
And we have a canoe, so now we have the canoe and the ship. So the canoe is going to open up a few more areas, like the waterfall on-rack area, volcano, ice. So, canoe really gives these runners a lot of options to explore now.
Ordeals, waterfall. Yeah, it opens up so much, which is kind of good, kind of bad at the same time, because, well, we'd all rather have a floater at this point.
Yeah, but with all this booty, we'll say, I mean, you can go. It's going to come down to routing now. I mean, you have to. That's what I hate about getting early ship, canoe, floater, because then it comes down to routing. It's technical because I mean, if you do something before your other opponent does it, it just works out weird sometimes.
Yeah, as E-Tap points out, I was just about to kind of mention that. Yeah, that's one thing. We have open progression. We don't have extended open progression. So we don't have the dock there. So you have to have the canoe to use the floater at the Rubicon Desert.
Sonya Wrath getting the bad news about Swamp Cave being the Titan's Cave. You know, it looks like Danny exited out of the volcano. Ooh, which is 4th floor Earth. Looks like Burrito's still grinding here.
Oh, those wizards. Ouch. They were 2-hitting. That was... Those wizards were definitely living up to their name. Hitting hard over here. Looks like Kirito's still grinding here against these these mummy tiles here. I think he's I'm not sure what the plan is on this one.
I don't know. Unless they're playing it one grinds, one explores. It looks like Burrito's done, though. He's leaving now.
Oh, okay. He might have just been trying to get spells, maybe. But Danny manages to get her hair looking fabulous. Ooh, a slab pickup. Spells app is at Melman. I didn't see who was in Melman.
Melman will... I do not believe they are shuffled in this flag. So Melman is going to be Dr. Un.
As of now, nothing at the moment, Tarnan. We thought we lost Danny for a little bit, but she came back and she's roaring now. She's going in the depths of Earth Cave at this moment. We have Spellzap also in the Earth Cave, hanging out there too.
There's some TNT. Thanks, man. I seen that in chat.
We have a Crystal Find and TNT, and both teams have the key at this point. And the canoe came from the Crazy Old Man, which happened to be Lord Fizzlebeef at that time. But Danny had found it. So we're making pretty good progress here. For Filgaia, they need to go to Crescent Lake, and they'll be able to get their canoe.
Danny comes across the waterfall.
Waterfall is terrifying. I don't care who you get. You need to be very confident at this point. Zap's great. Nuke's not. Nuke's great. Zap's okay, but these mud goals hit like a truck in most cases, and same with nightmares, and that trap tile can be rough.
Level 6. What's to worry about?
Zapping the vampire-shaped speed bump. Instead, we decide to go radioactive and nuke it to death. That works too.
Sonny Rat digging out Upper Earth, finding a bunch of money and stuff. Not finding a lot useful. Wow, the Mudgalls have really demolished her. Done. Probably should save that for later.
Nightmare with crack, then poison. Well, that's always fun. Danny, run away. Run very far away. Even that one ribbon's not going to save you from that. She's going back in. The ribbon is in here. It's one of those treasure chests right there. So she'll probably leave at this point, I would guess. But you never know. Maybe she'll try it again.
I don't think there'd be much sense to try it again right now. You'd just be spinning your wheels. It was easy to find. It was only maybe 2 or 3 floors down, so...
And she says, "Nope, I'm taking my pretty hair and I'm running away with that ribbon. See ya!" She thought she was getting away, but then she ran into Geists with Blizzard.
Question in chat, LCB_16. Is this the flag set where those skills can show up on multiple scripts? Or only the skills only reflect the number of times they appear on vanilla enemies? I believe it's the number of times they appear on vanilla enemies.
Alright, so we found the slab turning. Dr. Un was hanging out in Bahamut's spot, just roaming around with all the dragons. Apparently he is the new Dragon King.
Yeah, that waterfall could be the floater. Dr. Un house sitting for Bahamut. That's not a bad thing, but now Bahamut's probably gonna blame the vampire for Melman's destruction and get away with it.
Kirito's on the right track. Gonna talk to the confused old men here once he gets there, if he gets there safely. He'll get his canoe for him and his teammate. Then they're gonna start looking really good.
Looks like Sonny's gonna dig this out a little bit more here, this Northwest Castle.
The kindly old King's Castle.
They do have the key, but they don't have the crown. Maybe the crown's in here?
How crazy would that be?
Not crazy enough to happen tonight.
Right? Just a couple heal potions and, well, a nice old king just hanging out in his throne. Oh, she's gonna check. Oh no, that was not the chest you wanted to check.
That's not the trap doll you want to see. But at least you know it's not in ordeals now. Looks like Carito found the Oxy Ale, or he bought it.
Yeah, it was about 22k in Crescent, so he had the money after all of his grinding and stuff like that to be able to buy it. So that's a good find. That means they can also go to Onrak and check out that dungeon.
Spells apps about to trade some explosives for the best sword in the game.
I didn't see the Nivvorpal pickup.
Type that, Mazmoon. Yeah, everybody's talking about the Vorpal will matter in later weeks. Let the Vorpal have its one time out of 1,000, where Mazmoon has 999 times out of 1,000 usefulness.
Kirito's gonna go hang out with the crazy old guys over here. He's looking for Lord Fizzlebeef. There. Oh, look at you, Lord Fizzlebeef. Just hanging out in the middle. How nice of you this time.
Looks like Danny is heading back to try that waterfall again, and no, I am not on crack. The nightmares are on crack.
Danny's going back, says, I'm not terrified of you. Nightmares, bring it on.
So we have Corritos, just gonna check out the shop, maybe buy some stuff. Zombie Rats in Melman, level 5. Harm 2 is not bad.
And
it's not good, but it's not bad.
Black magic?
Never Falconic. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
I'm hanging out at Crescent Lake because I'm Angry Canuck.
This would be funnier if I was drinking, but it's all good. Looks like Corritos found some EXPs here. This would be a good fight to take down.
Danny made it through. Oh, there it is. There, we have found it.
Game changer has been found.
And we found the incentivized defense sword, which is actually the Harm 4 sword. So the Harm 4 is the defense sword, which is incentivized. So we found another, not loose item, but it was from the robot. So the Oxiel is looking kind of important over at Crescent. So they can check ordeals, they can check OnRec, they can check the waterfall location, see where they got shuffled off.
Moist, watch out now! Don't drop that sword on that chicken, because the sword will break. But we got 2 people in Crescent Lake. We got one fighting some Sahags, and someone fighting a mummy. And still no floater. 26 minutes in. Looks like Sonny found the rod lock, but without a rod, he can only check so far. Looks like those Caribs are on the crack. Look at the color of them.
Those things are terrifying.
Look at that vampire.
Like, exactly. Oh, thank goodness Makira used some radioactive, and they still survive. These Karibes are, wow. That's some HP on those the Karibes. Finally takes them down. Darn vampire fish didn't want to die.
Hey, the vampire was a little more than a speed bump this time. He took somebody out. It's more like a pothole. Looks like we have Corito is making the volcano play here. So it'll be interesting to see what's here. Sonny Red has found the second floor of Earth. And Corito is probably taking notes, I guess.
Oh.
No, Canada doesn't have roads.
We have selling potholes. The Vorpal.
No way, sold a Vorpal?
She did, but she's buying the Oxyl because Spellzap is an on-rack. She's gonna buy it, and then she's gonna reset. Once Spellzap gets it, she'll reset.
No, Danny, don't reset. You did the right thing.
We're gonna see it on. There it is, the Oxyl. She'll hit reset. There it goes, and now she has her Vorpal back. Mudgoals with poison damage. We didn't see that on Danny's side because she ran away every single time. So she got lucky.
Can't believe it. She sold the Vorpal and she took it back.
So, oh, the eye tile was right there. I don't think Danny ever checked that trap tile, and it's weak, less than 100 health. And that's really early in, too. If they ever need to grind it, that's a great spot for that eye tile.
Looks like we have Spellzap in the greater than less than. Finding the dragon armor, that's a good pickup for your fighter. Heal 2-act.
Tiamat apparently was found in Waterfall. So it's greater than less than room into the Tiamat floor. So if they want to go have some fun with War Mech, that's always possible.
Some unrunnable trolls. They'll be nuked down pretty quick.
They also have one other place, and that's Ordeals. The location of Ordeals, wherever that is.
So, they have the key. I'm wondering if that floater is sitting in Keylock Marsh, sitting somewhere.
I mean, that is an incentivized location. Mermaids. This is there's our crown. We know where Northwest Castle is. I don't remember where Northwest Castle is, but it's there. They found it. And I'm sure Danny the Tracker knows where it's at.
Piercing Mountain. Yes, it is.
More money from the mermaids. Danny's getting glared by Sayhags. Danny's raiding the mermaids. Sonny Rath's hanging in Corneria, and Kirito's trying to take on the Mudgoals with damage poison. It's an all-out brawl.
Suppose that exited out. It's heading back in now. Kenny Stars, Warmack in the random pool, no. Since he is forced, you will not see him on the Bridge of Destiny. Looks like Spellzap's going to finish robbing the mermaids of all their valuables, which is a lot of gold. I'd almost hate to ask how they have that much gold.
Well, you see what had happened was, I don't know. We're just going to keep it rated PG and just kind of keep going with what's going on as Danny's making her way towards the ice cave, which we know leads to Northwest Castle.
She does have the crown. She's taking the wrong way. Turn it around, row the other way. Makes me wonder why the song was row, row, row your boat and not row, row, row your canoe. Because you don't really row a boat.
Row, Row your canoe gently up a stream. Where's my poison SFX sound?
All the things that rattle around my brain at night. Looks like Sonny has found where Dr. Oon is hanging out. He's going to get his slab translated. Oon puts the jive on him for a minute, but he does.
The Caribes are having nothing of Danny at this point. Rex, the poor fighter, it's laying face down. I'm sorry, Fizzle. I'm sorry.
He's back. When you row a boat, boats have motors, sails. You don't see anybody, 18 guys rowing a boat.
I don't know if anybody else noticed this, right? Danny picks up the floater, and you see Spellzap go into the prince's room, and he just does like a 180. I know it's because he's seen Bahamut in that, but it was kind of funny because it timed perfectly when she probably yelled, "I got the floater."
So the first thing Spellzap's going to do is head straight for the airship, and business is about to pick up. I get seasick in a canoe, so you'll never see me on a boat. And look at this who joined us, the mighty Sar. Thank you for the biddies. So it looks like stuff's gonna open up here now.
Now, Filgaia does have the Oxiel. They just haven't made the trip over to Onrak at this moment. Oh, Odd Eyes had Glare. I'm sorry, I thought it was the Sahags, but apparently Odd Eyes have Trance and Glare.
Well, they have a big eye. It only makes sense.
It does. You know, they're finally using that eye to full effect. The weird part about the whole thing of it is literally instantly kills you just by looking at you. That's how powerful that one big eye is. Usually when I look at somebody that intently, the cops are called and it's just awkward.
People normally run away screaming from me. Alright, Danny is the first one in the air at the 34-minute and about 40-second mark. Spellzap, sorry. Slab all translated. Gonna talk to Lupa Lupa and get the chime. Vanilla chime.
Lupa Lupa gives us the chime. Oh, how the vanilla is that?
That's pretty vanilla. That doesn't even have sprinkles on it. That's just plain vanilla.
I like sprinkles.
Me too. So now we got Danny in the air, Spellzap in the air. So now Corito's making his way through the waterfall, and Sonny is sailing the high seas. So I do believe the action is about to pick up.
It definitely will be. You know, Sonny and Kirito are just a little bit behind. It's just they just haven't made that trip over to Onrak yet.
Looks like Sonny may be heading that way now. Danny coming up with a pro ring in the volcano.
Kirito gets rewarded, gets the Harm 4 sword.
Picks up the
and
Vorpal.
The ever important, the game changer.
Baby's first sword.
Baby's first sword. I believe that's called the Masa, you know, because it, it crutches
Masa's
you into
too sharp.
thinking.
You gotta heat the Vorpal up to cut butter. Two pro rings now. We sure do have a war between Vorpal and Mazmoon going, though. It's actually cool.
You know, I'm almost thinking we need to have a giant face-off, Team Masa versus Team Vorpal.
Me and Will talked about having a race like that. I'd have to find the Mazza, he'd have to find the Vorpal, and that's what you'd have to use to kill Chaos.
So neither of you guys can complete the game until you both have gotten your weapon?
Correct. And the question in chat, Jeffy, have they found any Fiend Floors yet? Yes, Tiamat was found.
Yep. Tiamat was in Waterfall behind the greater than less than room.
Those nightmares sure are dangerous, and they do show up in a lot of spots, so that's gonna be a little rough to watch out for later on.
That's one of the... oh, here we go. Sonny Wrath is going into the Anorak dungeon area. We know this is where he needs to be. He's going to get his crown here shortly.
Where in the world is Kraken San Diego? I like that one. Meanwhile, Corito picks up his slab and hops onto the eye tile. I don't know if he knew the trap tile was there, but that's pretty lucky. So what do you want to see out of Topher tonight?
What do I want to see out of Topher? I want to see pain, suffering for all the Light Warriors. We'll have them all taking dirt naps. Let's go.
I want to see Kraken fast himself, turn those 8 tentacles into 16, and just wipe somebody from existence.
I want to see Spellzap wiping and either Danny or Kirito making it through and showing these veterans how it's done.
Meanwhile, Danny's still digging out the armory. A couple of pro rings she found, or found one pro ring. I will see what the big armory has to offer. Ooh, unrunnable giants. Looks like Corito's going the grind way here.
I mean, Fast Kraken 2, I mean, do you really want to see a shredded up black mage or a white mage? Because that's what happens, okay? You get those guys just broken and, you know, you rip to shreds by Kraken by having... ooh, a second ribbon by Danny.
Sonny right now has the crown.
I kind of felt like a dog there, you know, just like intently watching something, and then you see something off in the distance, you're like, ooh, what was that?
Looks like Corito's playing the way every time he finds a good trap tile, he grinds little by little. While Sonny Rat keeps going on the exploration trail.
Now, see, that would be interesting, Etap. Kraken 2 with the Death Touch and Fast and maybe a little nuclear. I don't know. Make it spicy.
That's a big hunk of change there in the armory.
Is that a healed 2 axe? That's the light axe? That's a nice find. I know we talked about it earlier. I didn't realize there was a healed 2, so that's okay. That's pretty nice.
Q Cure 3 in level 6, and we have Ice 3 and Warp in level 6.
Yeah,
like Danny's whipping the Cheerios.
Oh, she got some Cheerios? Nice. Adamant. We know where Dwarf Cave is. So that's good for Team C.L.P.P. or the Crescent Lake Party Planners. We got albino saber-toothed tigers over here.
Corito's still gonna grind that eye out. Wonder how high he's gonna go with this one.
I don't know, but we
Seems
have
to me-
Matoya, though.
They do have the crystal.
And a sun sword and a tent. Yes. Thank you, Matoya. Ooh, a rod. We found the vampire or the rod locked room earlier, so that's a good, decent find. And we found the power bunk, which has been transformed into the anti-ice. That'll probably be sold pretty quickly.
Yeah, you probably don't need an anti-ice spell with ribbons.
But the Sun Sword's pretty nice at this point, nice and early on.
And we see Bahamut's hanging out with the sleeping elf print. That must be something to wake up to, roll over, and see a big Bahamut waiting for you.
So the one thing that's hurting Sawney Wrath, for anybody that's watching at the moment, so Kirito has been in Volcano, which leads to where he's at right now. And Ice Cave is actually where Northwest Castle is. So he hasn't actually explored Ice Cave yet. So Sawney Wrath doesn't know that's where the Crown Turn-In is.
And so we have Spells Up now heading through the Castle of Ordeals here, while Danny has found the first floor of Mirage Tower. And there's the herb.
There's the herb.
And they know now, from process of elimination, that the Elf Doctor is going to be in Melmond. So that would be another quick turn-in they could do.
I think Sawney Wrath knows that now. I think he's going to make his way over to Ice Cave, because that's the only location that they haven't searched at this point.
So he spells up reset out. He must have got some bad pillar luck.
Oh, and
Keylog Marsh is found.
Hangry Canuck, are you okay? I know you don't like this place. Do you want me to take over for a little while Danny's exploring this area?
No, I have my teddy bear and my pillow. I'm good.
Okay, good. I was kind of worried for you, but...
I have a loose ruby. In the swamp cave. I don't think you'll see the Titan getting fed, though.
I feel like Spellsap's lost in Ordeals, but I cannot actually tell. I just know that he's been in Ordeals for at least 5 minutes. I think he gave up. Yep, he gave up.
I know he reset out once.
I really feel like we should talk to him and maybe ask him how he feels about that Ordeals.
That might be a bad idea. That was Spells Up, correct?
Yeah, that was Spells Up.
It's me. It's definitely me.
Hello, Spells Up.
Hey, Hangry, how's it going?
Good. I've got a quick question for you. What are you doing in Ordeals, anyway?
I cleared it. It's over. It's done. Place is
Really?
cleared. I'm never coming back.
That's interesting, because I don't think you opened up a chest in that 5 minutes that you were there. I mean, that was
I
quite
think
interesting.
It's clear. I think it's good, you guys.
Okay. So you've already crossed that off, and told Danny all about how there was absolutely nothing in there.
Yeah, I told her I found some gold, and we're all good.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
need to go to there.
Alright, off with you now.
Thank you.
And the cube pickup by Danny that was in the incentivized location of the Marsh Locked. Spellzap's about to take on Kraken here. Slab pickup by Sawney Wrath, which we already knew about.
So, what did we find in Keylog Marsh? I missed it. Because I was transporting people around.
We got Invis 2 fasting. We got a big powerful swing by the Masa. Some Invis 2s here. We got about a little over half of vanilla, but Kraken strikes back. See you later, Ash. It was nice knowing you.
You ain't catching that Pokemon, Ash. Looks like Spellzap's gonna put up some more defenses. Not a bad idea against Kraken. We always know Kraken's got a few good slaps up his...
Kieran on the top left getting cracked and stone poisoned by nightmares. A 422 hit by Masa, still not dead. Kraken's got some health.
Yeah, but all these Invis tools are paying off. He only hit the white mage for 44 or so. Another nuke he took, though. He's eating those nukes. But you can't eat them as moon kraken.
Yeah, those 8 hands or 8 tentacles were not enough to take on the Masa at this point. Maybe need a little more clamped. And hold the press, everybody. Dang survived as the Geist ravage Spellzap's party, but I survived. He didn't put me up top. He values me.
So that was our first orb lit at about the 47-minute mark. Ooh, lobsters with glare. Or was that the sea troll with glare?
Sea trolls. Sea trolls are trolling our teams. Nice.
Sea trolls with glare and dark touch. Where's the lamp spell when you need it?
Ooh, Carrie, right after Kraken. So we're going to be finding the fiends pretty quickly. One of the interesting things about it, because the towns aren't shuffled, is at some point you're going to find things very rapidly. As Sonny Wrath is about to find his floater right here. There he goes.
Corito making his way out of the waterfall. I wonder if Danny's going to take on Carrie or not. Or Sonny. I think Sonny or Spellzap's the one that found Carrie.
You know, he will take. I mean, he's already taken on Kraken at this point. You might as well. For Sonny Wrath, I hope he doesn't check that trap tile that's right there. Okay, well, he went to the Grey Worm one. The other one's got the nightmares with crack and stuff like that. Uh-oh. He's taking them on. Crack comes out 1. Oh, 2 dead. 3 dead. Oh, boy. Do not take on the nightmares. Okay, he got away. And in our bottom right, for the second orb, C.L.P.P, the Crescent Lake Party Planners, are taking on Carrie.
Going with defense strats.
Oh, the slow hits the fighter. Although I guess with nuke charges, we're okay with this, right? I mean, we might as well just keep casting nuke. Oh, but he got the fast off after the slow, so he's able to make use of the fast. Turn 2, 2 orbs lit, C.L.P.P on their way. They're a lich away, and a loot, and a Tiamat away from go mode.
Danny found a temper gauntlet.
A temper gauntlet? Wow. Yes, please. I'm sure she made sure to tell her teammate, because if it was McGregly and I definitely would not tell my teammate about that one.
We got Corio's finally in the sky. So we'll see what he decides to do next. Spells that back at Melman. He is gonna get his elf prince woken up.
I'm just saying. I mean, not only is it a race between me and my opposition, it's a race between me and Gregory, okay? That's just what it is. And if I got the temper bonk, I'm not telling him about it.
Sounds legit.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Alright, so Spellzap is flying around. Looks like he's gonna go to the Castle of Ordeals. Danny is digging this volcano out, which is going to turn into Sky 1. Corito looks like he's taking every fight he sees, leaving no stone unturned.
Every enemy must perish. Terminated. That's right. Nuke him to death, Kirito. No remorse.
Alright, now Spellzap has entered Ordeals. We'll see if he has Ordeals. There's the loot, folks.
The loot and Bahamut just hanging out there. They might go back for it if they find the tail, but they are two fiends away. They already know where Tiamat is. They got to kill Wormek. They got to take on Tiamat, and they got to find the Earth Fiend Lich. And they are in go mode. This is a pretty big lead at this point. You know what? You're absolutely right.
Danny has found Lich.
Oh, we have the Earth Fiend has been. Oh, please, Quake. Danny, you know what to do. Let's see the Quake. Come on.
You're right, Classic. No tail, no Vorpal. But what can you use with no tail? Masmoon.
You can use Quake on him. She never picked up Quake. Danny, why?
This with Blizzard. HMC4L with Nuke. HWDF with Nuke. Fizz with a big swing. And the troll waiting behind. This is the real boss of the dungeon. That's 3 orbs to none.
It really is 3 orbs to none. They have a very good, commanding lead at this point. And at this point, they just need to get levels to kill, Wormek and Tiamat, and they're good. I would guess maybe a couple more checks here and there. Try and find the tail if possible, because with life being learnable for your knight is, really useful. And there's our tail, Corneria. Okay, well, they're officially in go mode. I would assume Spellzap is just going to leave at this point.
Ooh, a fade shirt, too.
So the white shirt turns into the fade shirt. Okay, well, that's really handy to find. Infinite fade casts. Yes, please. It's not a nuke shirt, but hey, it's just almost as good.
Alright, now dig a little more. See if you can take on Wormek.
So for the question in Classic Gamer, the reason why I know it's the white shirt is because it was found from an NPC, and the white shirt is incentivized.
Looks like Danny's heading towards Ordeals now. Spellzap is cleaning out this Sharknado floor. Corito was trying to beat Red Anklos. That's a big mistake. It looks like Sonny's doing an Agama grind.
And Kirito's learning that you don't take on Anklos. Or try not to take Anklos, because those 263, they're like phantoms, but they have multiple hits. Oh, no.
And he nopes out of Ordeals pretty quickly.
Is it weird that I really want to pull up Spellzap one more time and be like, so, you going to Ordeals?
So you have Danny with the class change. Last fiend to go was Tiamat. He's guarded by Wormek. And then you're in the TOFR. What kind of levels do you think you need for Wormek? Because we all know Wormek could be paper. He could also be boss.
You definitely, well, maybe not levels, but with your knight, you want them to have, between 500 and 600 where you can take the nuke and still have a decent amount of health. But the important part is having your white mage and your red mage at least have enough where they can survive an average to, maybe slightly above average nuke roll or a nuclear roll, so you can heal them back up if needed.
And Danny is picking up all the good spells for her knight and ninja. The fast, the tempers, the life 2s, the cure 4s, that good stuff. The bottle. Right now, I think the only thing the bottle could possibly turn into would be the Opal Cheerio.
Opal Cheerio.
Or a
we got
ribbon.
Sounds about right. I'm trying to think of anything else that would be, that
So
would
we only
jump
have
out. But I
two
think
ribbons.
I think the Opal Cheerio probably. So if they want to give one of their casters, some sort of armor, it'd probably be good.
Sonya Wrath now picking up their rod. Meanwhile, Spellzap has class change, so he'll be able to make good use of that dragon armor and fade shirt now. So which one of them do you think is going to go for Warmack first?
If I had to guess, I would probably say Spells Up at this point. I don't know though. That's a good question. Maybe Danny might do like an exploratory thing, kind of tell Spells Up what's going on or what he does, and then maybe go grind levels because she's only level 16. But the information that she could gain, nope. It looks like Spells App's going to go for it.
I noticed something weird on Danny's side. On the weapons. She has the Vorpal, but she has the Sun Sword equipped instead of the Vorpal.
Well, the sun got in her eye and she didn't actually see the Vorpal in her inventory, so she kind of missed it.
Or the Sun Sword destroyed the Vorpal with a furious ray of sunshine.
I mean, you really shouldn't be lying to our viewers. I mean, that's just not nice.
I don't ever lie.
SVJ, she's saving the Vorpal for the Blood of Chaos. That's right. Can't let the Vorpal's beauty get tarnished until it has to go up against Chaos.
Alright, now we're gonna get to see the Warmack. Let's see what he's packing, because whatever he has, whatever skills and spells he has, will be out of the Fiend pool for TOFR. So if he has a couple of nukes up his sleeve, then you won't see that in TOFR.
Looks like he had a couple Invisis queued up, a fast, a Masa swing, only one hit. That was not a fasted night though, but he only got one hit in. And Warmeg says, that's cute. Let me hit for 2 hits for 400.
Aw, you got a nice little gray sword there. That's cute. And he's got a nuke, and he comes out blasting her.
Okay, that's good knowledge. We got Cure 4s here. And bad turn order. Alright, Dang, I believe in you.
Dang, run away.
Oh no, I'm man-moding this. I got this.
You do have a fate shirt, I guess.
I got this, everybody. Hold on to your butts, everybody. I'm soloing this. If I had a ribbon. You didn't even equip me with a ribbon. Spell Zap, really? I was wondering why my hair looked awful.
Credo digging out the spider floor of sky right now. Looks like Danny is equipping her ninja with the flame armor. Best armor a ninja can use, along with the ice shields.
Sonya Wrath, after rescuing the princess, gets the tail. And it will also get the nice fade shirt. He goes, oh, wait. That's actually pretty good. Let me go back for that one.
So we'll see. Oh, and it looks like Spellzap's going for round 2.
I hope he made my hair beautiful, because I was key in that fight. I could have won.
Looks like he's going all offense because he knows. Well, that's a cute first round nuke.
Ooh, that looked like it rolled high. It killed the White Wizard too. The White Wizard had about 330 HP, so that must have been a really high roll. Ooh, Amy gets ripped to shreds.
Warmack has Thunder as well. And Ink. And High Absorb. So that's going to be a tough fight without some levels.
It is. Danny didn't find the eye tile that I know. I think she missed the eye tile in that Earth Floor 4, so I don't think the team knows about it. So it'll be interesting where they go to gain levels at this point.
Yeah, it's not an easy decision because you don't want to waste too much time, but you know you actually have to get levels quick. It's like Spellzap knows where that trap tile is, it seems, or maybe he doesn't.
He does, but he's taken. Okay, yeah. He's going. He just realized that he had to go in that area. Oh, he didn't get the ribbon. That's why. Will he check? No, he leaves. Oh wait, maybe he'll come back after equipping me with a pretty. Oh, he gave it to the black mage. Why?
Because they know that, but they don't know that trap tile is an eye either. But, I mean, he got a ribbon, but that ain't gonna help you against Nuke.
I mean, if you're gonna get destroyed by a radioactive bomb like that, you know, you might as well at least have, you know, nice flowing hair that looks amazing.
You're gonna have no hair after that happens to you. It'll be falling out in clumps after you get nuked. So Danny's gonna clear out the dwarfs here. Meanwhile, we have Carito doing some shopping and or doing some selling, I should say, here in Gaia. I didn't quite see where Sonny Wrath is at the moment, but he's them to 21, 22 levels. Looks like Spellzap's going for round 3.
Yeah, no, he's grinding levels. He's gonna take the Bridge of Destiny level.
Well, I mean, it's a good idea, but Warmack's sitting there, you're not gonna see him here. So, I mean, and those are Hydras. Are really good experience, as are these airs, so I like this play. Airs are pretty beefy though. Took a 440 shot from the Mazmun and didn't go down. Now I'd almost consider danning somebody at this point.
The third, I believe that's the third ribbon by Sonny Rat. That's a big pickup. I don't think the Crescent Lake Party Planners has found that, and Danny's making her way over there. She's a little underleveled though, but she might be grinding levels since they didn't find a good grind tile. And
Sonny Wrath found the Aegis Shield as well, so this fighter's going to be really decked out. But they really got to start lighting some orbs.
They really do. You know, they've done a decent amount of grinding. We've seen Kirito do a lot of grinding, which is good to a certain extent. And then Sonny Wrath did a little bit of grinding, but he's done a lot more of the exploring. So at this point, I think they're just a loot away, and they know where most of the fiends are, I believe, at this point. So they could catch up very quickly if Wormek continues to be a problem.
Looks like both of them now are grinding on the Bridge of Destiny. So we got some time here, you know, we got kicking around, we got grinds going on, we got people exploring. guess now would be a good chance to thank everybody for watching, and hope you like what you see. There is one more match tonight. I believe it is at 11:30 Eastern. If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, though. It happens.
Well, these runners, I purposely gave them Quake at, between the levels of 1 and 3. I gave them Quake at level 3, but none of them are using Quake. Like, I just don't understand.
Got them as one. Don't need Quake.
How dare you? Oh, Kirito's gonna try his hand at Ordeals. Let's see if he has a better time with it than our Spell Zap. Poor Spell Zap, unfortunately, if you guys missed it. And yes, I am going to pick on him a little bit. I think he was there about for 5 minutes, got completely lost, and decided that he was going to toss in the towel and left.
Alright, we're going to have dual Warmack fights here.
Ooh.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, good. He put me up front. Nuke off the bat. Decently high rolls. No fast casted, but I survived. That's the important part, everybody.
You did your job. You got one Invis 2 off. There goes the fast. Another Invis 2 from Dang. No, Dang's going to cure the fighter. Another temper goes off.
Haha! Wait. That's not good.
Here.
Oh, look at me. Look at that turn order. I'm key to this. Well, it was nice living. See ya. And poor Danny on the upper right. Zoe's trying to take on 2 at 57. Aww. Danny has to reset.
Warmack is not being nice at all.
Finally got a big hit by Spell Zap. That was 544 damage off of a couple crits. There we go. Now we got some Masa damage. Terminated! Finally we got some termination of the Warden Savior Warmack.
And that's going to be some nice levels for his fighter to go into Topher with, too. Especially swinging that Mazmoon like a ball. Now get out of there before you take... Or is he going to man mode Tiamat? He's got a temper glove. He's going for it. I like this. I like his chops, folks.
5 hits, 72 damage from... What's that weapon he's using? I think it's the Masa.
He may be regretting this decision in the morning, folks.
Is this going to be another interview where we talk to Spell Zap? So...
I believe he's got a Cure 4 on that night, though. Oh, we got turn order. Oh, too bad. Oh, look at this. No. And now he's going to beat Warmack all over again, and he lost those levels. That is not good. I mean, you barely get by Warmack. You got one person alive. You can't risk a Fiend fight.
I like the aggression. I'm going with it. I like the aggression. Kirito's made it through. He's done what Spell Zap could not do. He is through. He's gone to the second floor of the Castle Ordeals. That is a victory for Kirito. 1 Kirito, 0 Spell Zap.
Like, Danny is now going to put another attempt in here. Or Spell Zap. Again, he's got back. He's got the info, but he knows that Nuke's coming out first. Would you preemptively heal in a situation like this? Oh, Warmack starts out bringing the Thunder instead. Fast got off. Warmack. Tempers. Invis 2s. Cure 480. Ooh, not Dang. Gonna leave Dang down. Not that he had a choice, but...
So, one of the worst things is when a Fiend like that tosses out a spell like that first, even though we know that Nuke is coming out first. Ooh, big hits. But unfortunately, that swirl is not elemental. Sends Spell Zap packing again. The one downside is when they use the Thunder Spell and stuff like that, it puts a lot of his casters in nuke range. Even on low rolls, they can die to that nuke. With a first turn nuke, however, the casters have a lot better chance of surviving.
Alright, let's see what Danny does here. Attack with Fizz. Got no charges of magic on Zoe. So I'm gonna go with an Invis Staff. That's pretty nice. Never seen her pick that up. Come on, bane him. You can bane him. He was zapped last night. Ooh, Zoe. Good night. Looks like Spell Zap's gonna beat his head off the same wall again here. Danny getting off some nukes. Wormack with Thunder, bringing them down into nuclear range. Does get a nuke off. Another attack. Gotta go all out now. I'll bring on the nuke.
And you were right, Henry Canuck. The tiny fairy hanging out in the bottle had the opal bracelet. That's a good find by Sony Wrath.
Looks like Danny got the nuke off. Bye-bye, HG4L. Looks like Spellzap's having a little better luck. He's got Deng. Oh, he's gonna heal Deng for one. Deng gets initiative, saves his own life. You gotta attack, Danny. You don't have a choice now.
Ooh, cure for that night. Get initiative. Oh. Poor Fizz.
Warmech is the real MVP. But Spellzap does get through with everybody alive this time. Now, will he go out and save, or will he take on... I think he might learn from his mistake.
Now, with 4 party members, he's already took on the Tiamat, and Tiamat basically just sat there and swing the entire day.
Now, Danny's going to sit outside the waterfall and wait for Spellzap to kill Tiamat. Now, I think while she's waiting, I think it'd be better for her to find a grind spot right now. She doesn't have to kill Warmack now.
And Tiamat, really? You just had to kill me? I mean, you could have attacked anybody else.
Dang, you've been lying on the ground most of the night, buddy. 8 hits from the Masmo and 895. That's a power. More tempers. He's going double. He's going 4 digits here. Easily 4 digits.
I've seen it. 1020 there. Sony Wrath on your left-hand side picks up the loot from the prince. They are in go mode. They just have to find the fiends now. They have picked up the key. They have picked up the loot. They can catch up here. But they have to get through that war mech, which we have seen Spellzap spending a lot of time on there.
But Corito's got a lot more levels, too. But right now we have Danny and Spellzap, Crescent Lake Party Planners. They are ready to enter TOFR at their leisure. So it'll be interesting to see if Sony Wrath and Corito do know the location of all the fiends. They're going to be in a... It's going to be fiend hunt time right now.
Wait, I just seen Sony Wrath and his ship? Did he forget he could have got there by airship?
I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to go. Maybe he just wanted to go row his boat somewhere.
You know what? It's an ice cream cone. I totally understand it. You know, sometimes you just want to be in that ice cream cone and, you know, sail the high seas, eating some ice cream.
Looks like Spellzap is making his final preparations. Gonna grab spells for his night. Grabbing Invis 2, always a good pickup. Grabbing some exit.
Yeah, I'll probably go to if he hasn't already gone to Elflin yet, he's going to go to Elflin. He's going to get the Life 2 spell for his knight. I think that's learnable. So, I mean, that knight's going to be very crucial. Cure 4 and Wall are always nice also.
Looks like Sony Wrath is heading towards the on-rack waterfall location. He might be going to try to take down Tiamat and Warmech, which we know will not be an easy task.
No, it won't be. I mean, he does have the X-Cal, you know. It's a pretty nice weapon, you know. Maybe it'll show a little bit better than Masa did.
You don't see him using the Vorpal, do you?
Well, it's not Chaos though. He doesn't want to, put some random blood of some, of random enemies on it, Only Chaos may die from the Vorpal.
Well, Sonirath engages Warmech. He's going to go all-out attack. Looks like he's going to fast the fighter, and he's going to nuke. He's not putting up any defenses. He's going to be in for a rude awakening. Warmech decides to slap him around. Warmech opens up a Thunder. He does get the fast to temper off on his Knight. Knight takes a swing. 3 hits 147. Not very good swing with the X-Cal.
Yeah, in the volcano, while Warmech's going on, I'll answer it afterwards.
No, go ahead.
The Warmech fights back the fighters down to 6 health. But to answer your question, Lord Fizzlebeef, the volcano leads to Earth Floor 4, and I believe it's the Sphinx's tile that is the eye tile. And unfortunately, C.L.P.P missed it, and Sonny's Knight dies just as that Cure 4 was about to go out. So Nuke is coming out from Sonirath at this point.
We have Spellzap already at the Phantom Trap tile, which is Slimes. So that is a good little fight to take to get a little bit of levels before he keeps going. Corrido's at the King, but realizes he did not beat Garland and talk to the Princess. So he will not be able to get his Fade shirt until he does that.
Warmech proving to live up to its name. Wipes out Sonny, as was explained by my broadcast partner, the Angry Canuck. If you blinked and didn't look, Spellzap has gone 2,000 years in the past. He is now traveling to save us all from the ultimate being Chaos. So, Spellzap, thank you for your service, and we wish you the good luck.
Ooh, skipping a free round on a good experience fight like that. He's 27-28 though, but he needs 30. Ooh, my God, with the poison. Ooh, takes out the black. He needs 32 for the extra swing on the Mazza. And we're going to get our first look at the second look of the purple punching bag.
I have to admit, it's kind of funny you said 32, because that's actually the Vorpal's extra hit. Masa's actually at 35 with 6 hits. So you have the Vorpal on your mind. Cure 4 by the Lich. Yes! Well, at least we know that's out of the pool.
Yeah, that wipes away that good shot and that nuke. That is a really good place to see Cure 4, though. First round Lich, nothing wrong with that.
Sonirath still taking on the Warmech here. 103 1 damage. That's not going to cut it at this point, but he gets a free turn. The night isn't dark. Somebody save him. Where's the lamp spell? He needs it. He can't attack properly. Never mind. He cured for his own white mage.
And we're about to get our first look at Carry 2. This could really be the first gatekeeper of the night, folk.
Sonny is through. He is going to be taking on Teammatch shortly, as Carry 2 is taken on. Canuck taken away.
10 hits from the Masmo, and Fade shirt goes out. 198 damage, and he's going to temper up Danny. Danny's going to swing again. We got an Invis 2 going off, Nuke going off, Fade's going off, spells going off everywhere. Fade for 100. Nuke, 167, another Nuke. 116 down goes Carry.
Well, that was anticlimactic. You did such a nice job, and Carrie just kind of rolled over and said, too many nuke and fade charges. Help! And then, done.
And done. Here comes Kraken Honda. So he's gonna go fasting his fighter. He's gonna put up some defenses. Let's see, gets one Invis 2 charge off. That ain't gonna help you, I bet 10 to 1 if Kraken takes a swing, which he does. 6 hits 566. Amy, take up half. 3 hits 401 from the Mazma, and looks like he's gonna have to temper up this fighter. Fighter again. More Invis 2. Kraken's nuclear. Everybody survives. Temper goes off. Another swing from the Mazma, and 2 hits 324. Invis 2 goes off again. See what Kraken has to do. He's got everybody down on a knee. He's just waiting to finish them off. Looks like Danny gets initiative. 2 hits 330. Kraken's terminated.
That was a high nuclear on that white mage. It hit for 295. That wiped out a lot of HP, but with that knight having life, it's not nearly as bad.
No, especially having Cure 4 at level 1 with all the charges on your white mage. Now here's Tiamat 2. Ooh, 4 worms. Nope, just gonna run. And on the other side, we have Carito's kind of just parked there, wondering what's going on, I think. Looks like he's going with more defenses fast. Same thing as every other fiend. No change in strats here. Gets 1 Invis 2 off. Tiamat attacks for his 356. Almost takes out Dang. Dang's tough though. Shrugs it off. Second Invis 2 goes out. Swing for the Mazza. 8 hits 587. Big stick. Couple of nukes. Another attack. Gonna cure 4 Dang. Oh, gets initiative. Dang's healed. Another nuke goes off. Didn't see the damage roll. Went too fast. 338 from the second of Danny. Another big swing from the stick. 8 hits 312. I haven't seen anything dangerous yet out of the fiends. I don't like this.
Sonny Wrath taking on Carrie. No, nothing really too dangerous. Kraken being Kraken, hitting hard. Carrie over here getting engaged by Sonny Wrath. This will be their third orb. They definitely need Chaos here to stop Spell Zap here. Slow him down.
We will see. As he goes back, and there's that big feller. He's gonna fast the fighter. Same Invis strats he's using. Invis with everybody. Gonna try to get the evade up before the big guy decides to take a swing. 1 Invis goes off. Second Invis goes off. Fast goes off. Chaos 124. Oh, all these charges of Invis. Kraken's attack will be nullified. Now it's just time to temper up the fighter and swing away. Big swing, 6 128. Now where's the Vorpal?
You would have done more damage.
Gets off 4 Invis 2s. He's fully evade cap now. Tempers up his fighter. All he can do now is just temper up the fighter and that's what he's doing. Tempering up the fighter. It's gonna go with the swing. Chaos attacks and misses. Dang swing. Danny swings 6 hits, 7 hits, 6 third. That's more like it. That's what the Mazmun can do. Looks like he's going to try to zap strats here. Danny with another big shot. He hit 737. Chaos attacks miss. Amy with zap. Chaos. No way. Chaos ain't going to no extra dimension tonight, folks. Nuke comes out 204. Gonna try zap strats again with a big swing from this. Oh, no. Chaos ain't. No way Chaos is going to that dimension tonight, folks. Looks like he stopped 2, but the big swing 8, 6, 70. And it's GG.
Whew, GG. That
was a pretty easy Topher, actually.
That was a pretty, that was definitely a very clean, not too bad at all. The clamp bosses weren't really in effect very much in this seed for that. It also helped, getting all those Invis 2s on turn 1. On Kraken, Tiamat, and Chaos, so that those attacks aren't just heat-seeking.
Dang,
And
hangry.
GG.
GG's. What a seed.
It was. I was kind of. I wanted to pull you back in and see whether or not you wanted to do like another attempt at ordeals, maybe before you went in Temple Fiends Revisited, just to kind of see.
No, we got the loot, so I dodged that bullet. But if everyone could just kind of, let Danny know that I completed ordeals just fine, and nothing bad happened, that'd be great.
So we should definitely tell her not to look at the podcast.
Yeah,
to
just
watch.
cut out that part. Yeah.
All right, you heard that, Tier Next. Can you cut out that part where Spells app gets lost in there and highlight it and send it to everybody?
Oh man, that was just a fun seed. I really did enjoy that. I had a great time.
We're joined by Danny. I know I beat you to it, Canuck.
Hello.
Just gonna hope she stays in the room. No, there she goes.
Says one word and probably watched the vodcast and said no. I'm leaving out of here.
That's why she's the best tracker in the business, folks. Meanwhile, we have Sonny Rat is going to make the dive here. It looks like Corito was leaving it to Sonny Rat. Corito was just waiting on it to happen.
Yeah, as he's making his way over to Lich 2, Spellzap, I just want to ask, so, some people are definitely going to have a conversation with you because you lost to Tiamat in a physical fight. Not Tiamat 2, but Tiamat 1.
Yeah, I kind of was like, I was paused there for a minute. I wanted to decide if I wanted to go back or I wanted to go forward. I think that ultimately Danny told me to go for it, so this is all her fault.
Blame your partner. I like that strategy.
I would have blamed him too, so it's okay.
Perfect. See, that's the understanding we have as partners.
It's great. I mean, I feel like Gregory and I have taught you well as Sonny Wrath destroys Lich 2 with 10 hits and about 600 damage worth of damage there off of the X-Cal. So he's making his way through the fire floor at this moment, making his way through Temple Fiends Revisited. Danny, how did it feel? I know you had some little...
Can we just... I take the blame for the goofy stuff he did. Well, it's all his fault that I did about 1,000 different dumb things today, including, forgetting to equip my Maza. And then not waiting or whatever it was, and then forgetting to equip it again. And I know Fizzle's somewhere with 17 pages of things that I'm gonna get told that I messed up today because I don't think I've ever played that bad before.
Yeah, sorry, Fizzle, my bad. That was my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, see, it's all Spells Up's fault. I played horrible, and it's all Spells Up's fault.
I agree with this one.
Just got through carry. We are going to allow you guys to talk during the fiend. When he gets to the fiend fights, though, we'll give him the honor he deserves. Wow, he doesn't even heal. Just engages Kraken right away. He's going to fast up the fighter. I didn't see what he used on the other. Just gonna. Oh, Kraken just obliterates the black. Ain't no life spell bringing you back from that hit, boy.
Oh, what black mage? All I see is a hat. Oh, well, there goes the ninja too.
Kraken's just slapping him around.
Oh.
Kraken third shot. Oh, doesn't quite get the fighter. The fighter's got some chops to survive that. But he won't survive that. Oh, Kraken's got nuclear.
He's
but
through.
The feature.
He's through. I just want to pull him in for that.
Got the life 2 though. And on he goes. Life 2. He had life 2. Cure 4.
That's what you call calculated risk. He knew that he had Kraken on the ropes, and he crushed it.
Wasn't even close. Not by a mile.
No, it wasn't even close at all. He knew what was going on. Teammate with Fire 3, a little, little warm massage on the Light Warriors. Not too bad. X-Cal 56 damage. If you had the Vorpal.
That was the ninja that made that. That wasn't the X-Cal he was swinging. There's the X-Cal. It hits 238.
If the ninja had the X-Cal.
Ninja has a ton.
I mean the Vorpal, sorry. Wall, so he saves the knight. More tempers. Ice 2, that's another little cold massage. Little icy massage. 6 hits for 43.
Tiamat heated up his dinner a little too much, so he wanted to cool it down before he ate.
He's a generous person. As Sonny Wrath makes it through, he's about to take on the Ultimate Fiend, Chaos. We're about to see, does he switch over to the Vorpal? I know he's got it. Or is he going to go with the Excalibur? I mean, it's going to be an interesting decision here. X-Cal doesn't get the bonus that it normally does since, Chaos doesn't have one, and he's going with the Excalibur with the knight up front.
All right, here we go, folks. He's making his, saying his prayers and eating his vitamins before the fight starts. Gonna wall that fighter fast. Tempers, just attack right away with the fighter for its 197. Thief 2 hits 2. That katana's not doing nothing, folks. Black Mage takes a little shot down to a knee, but he's still alive to cast fast. His job is done. Sees him in Viz 2, some tempers. Another swing from the X-Cal. He hits Trail 1. X-Cal's hitting pretty good. 2 hits 2 again from that Thief. And more Invis charges. Chaos attacks to its 122. No go. No go. No go, Chaos. No go. 6 hits 101. That looks like a Vorpal shot right there. Another Invis 2 cast goes. Another temper. Chaos attacks to his 224. Better get some more defense. That fighter's fully tempered now. Gonna take a big swing. 7 hits 263 with the big stick. Chaos wipes out the white mage. Says, whatever you can do, I can do better. Another swing from the X-Cal. 9 hits 476. Chaos swings back 50. Guess Chaos can't do better than the X-Cal. This should do it, folks. 6 hits 572. Nope. Chaos is still alive. 1 damage. Another temper spell. That Black Mage is hanging in there with that 39 HP. Chaos goes out with the stop. Doesn't get nobody in the last swing with the X-Cal. 6 hits 576. It's over.
That X-Cal required a lot of tempering, but it started to do its damage. I mean, it doesn't have the benefits of the crit machine that is known as the game changer, or the big base damage like Masa, but it definitely did its job there once it got rolling.
And GG, fellas.
Thanks. I mean, it only took 4 tempers before it finally got rolling.
Hey, GG, Sonny and Kirito.
Yeah, GG's, guys.
I pulled you guys up into the main comm room just in case you don't know.
Yep. I appreciate it. All I have to say is Sarda Cave is so easy for me to forget an entrance and floor shuffle, and when Kirito pointed out that we hadn't done that yet, I was like, oh, we just last location to the Fiends, and we lost because of that.
Yeah, it was a little rough. I was going to ask you about that, because you ended up, I think, checking every other location except for the ice cave, which ended up slowing you up for your floater, which was probably the biggest problem. And then, I mean, that was the only thing that really held you guys up so big. I don't remember exactly what the difference was between you guys being flight, but I would say about 10 to 12 minutes between, the two teams in the air because of that. Because you were doing full clears of everything else, but Danny happened to check out Ice Cave and found the Northwest Castle.
Yeah, and with Astos being there and rewarding the floater, I knew from there we were behind. I knew without a doubt in my mind we were behind, and I'd have to play somewhat risky in order to make up time, and I knew I'd need to check everything I could very quickly. But at the same time, I also had a feeling that by playing risky and going as quick as I can, we'd see every floor in the game, and we did, except I think for Ice Cave, because I don't think we saw Ice B3.
We have not. It's not from my notes. Yeah, we did not see Ice Cave.
So at least for me, I kind of wanted to ask the two new runners here, Kirito and Danny 3883. Let's start with Kirito at this moment. How was it, running your first official race at this point, as much as I know of? How did it feel, and how'd you like it?
I actually enjoy it. Even though, probably over 8 tournaments I've been not in Final Fantasy tournament, but the last tournament I was in the SMZ3 tournament that SG had.
Okay. And over on Danny's side, how did it feel? How are you feeling now? Has your nerves been calmed? We're going to see more live of Danny?
Maybe. I don't know. I've been the biggest, giant, huge, flaming ball of nerves like the last couple of days, and today it just hit like levels that I didn't know it could. So, and then I played so thankfully I have a partner who's really good at calming my crazy just a little bit, and then laughs at my stupid stuff as much as I tend to, which means we laughed straight for an hour and 25 minutes, but it was fun. So
good. That means we should expect some more duo live, for everybody to watch. You two's commentary, talking while it's going on. Excellent. To kind of just talk to you guys, Sonny, you did Warmech. You kind of did a little bit different compared to the way Spellzap approached it. You were more offensive oriented. Spellzap was doing the Invis 2 since Warmech hit like a truck. How'd you feel about Warmech? Was he really, really tricky? Was he kind of easy? Just needed a little turn order luck?
I didn't think Warmech was that bad. Now, when I only had my White Wizard... Oh, no. When I only had my White Wizard standing at the end of everything...
Sorry, I was on a chat, dang. Was that towards me, or...?
Sonny Wrath.
Okay. I think his mic's muted.
When I got to just having my White Wizard standing, I was like, okay, this last Fade Shirt use, I need turn order. And I got turn order, and when I saw Warmech fall from a Fade for 97, I just had my palm on my forehead, and I was like, oh my gosh. I just barely made it through mech by the skin of my teeth.
All right, we do have a question in chat from the Enforcer. How'd you all feel seeing Nuke that first turn at a Warmech?
Well, with the first spell being Nuke, I was like, well, this sucks. And then when I saw my Black Wizard go down, I was like, okay, this really sucks now.
Yeah, that Warmech really gave Spellzap some issues. Was 4 or 5 times before he got it down. And then he goes and fights Tiamat with a solo fighter and gets wiped and have to do it all again. What was the thought process behind that one?
Sometimes you gotta go big or go home.
No doubt.
And you got sent packing back.
Yeah,
but it's okay though.
I don't know if I was gonna be able to make it out. I probably would have. I guess the Bridge of Destiny kind of scared me a little bit because it had so many more encounters. And then you had to go down through a pretty. I remember seeing the chimeras were unrunnable, so I'm not sure if I was going to be able to make it out.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, it was just really funny to see Tiamat actually out the Muscle and Knight at that point, considering it was a 32-33 Knight because it was a solo Knight that got all the experience from Warmech.
Okay, I have a question for Filgaia. the team. Did you guys have a specific strategy going in, or was it just played by ear?
Well, we sort of do. We've been practicing these seeds. So but one way at the start, well, player basically goes to the left, I basically go to the right. So that's what we have been doing from the start of the practice and this run.
Because I noticed, Carito, at the start, you were grinding a lot. You were finding a lot of grind tiles and grinding. So we figured you were going to be the one to go in. Was there a reason you were grinding? Was it just to make maybe your exploration easier, or
The exploration easier.
and C.L.P.P Crescent Lake Party Planners? Did you guys have a plan, or was it just okay? We'll go, we'll win, game over?
We have a couple micro strategies that we have in our back pockets, but we don't have any sort of overall kind of strategies going in. I mean, one of them being, of course, that I usually kill Tiamat first with killing Warmech, and then going into Topher first, and then she'll go in as a backup.
Whoa. Wait a minute here. You guys have a plan? Micro plans? Not just a plan, but micro plans? A bunch of tryhards over here. Whoa. I thought you guys were in this to have some fun.
Look, if you guys watch that race, you know that we are not tryhards, all right?
Are you
I was
sure?
about to say.
It looked awfully tryharding from my perspective, okay? I mean, Danny, I just want to let you know that I'm going to highlight something for you. I'm going to send it to you because your partner, let me tell you, should never go into our deals ever again.
Yeah, you're taking our deals. Like Sam.
Oh no,
Alrighty.
it was funny. He was going through whatever, and he's like, watching they're still gonna pull me in and say something. It's not 2 seconds later. Here comes Canuck, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, I was on that one all the way. But anyway, we are going to get final thoughts from the winners tonight. C.L.P.P. How you guys going to feel going into game 2? You going to change anything up? You going to just keep it going as is? Going to stay loose, stay calm, stay free?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hopefully play a little bit tighter. Nothing too big as far as changes. We're not gonna have enough time to practice anything new, so I'm probably pretty much stay to the same sort of thing.
yeah,
Filgaia,
that's
same.
kind of.
Oh. Knock it out, Danny. Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, yeah. I think at this point, it's whatever today was. It's like changing anything would probably just be awful to do. So maybe week 2 we might change something, but for now, no way.
I was going to say
That's
that.
confidence, folks. You heard it here first. She said week 2. That is pure confidence.
I meant like if we make it that far. I'm surprised we made it. Whatever. It's not what I necessarily meant. Like we make it that far, maybe. But right now, I'm not changing nothing.
Well, hey, look, you're the only person in this room with 100% win rate in races.
Okay, well, I don't necessarily think that counts when you've only raced one, but
100% win rate. You gotta
it counts.
Until
flex that around.
tomorrow.
All right,
We've been
Filgaia.
practicing so long that I probably should steal your notes on where before putting the what's at where and what's what.
All right, your guys' backs are now against the wall. You're down 0-1. Are you guys planning on changing anything up, or are you going to keep it the same and just go at it?
I mean, if you've seen me race, when my back's against the wall, that's when I start really pulling everything I know. So next race, it's going to be me throwing everything I know out there and being like, all right, since we know this stuff, we need to try to find whatever's going to allow us to get progression the fastest at this point. So that way we can open more up and then go to there, because more than likely that's going to hold progression and eventually things will fall together. Though overall, our starting strategy, I don't think it's going to change at all. I will probably end up grinding earlier because I should have done a slight grind earlier instead of running into so many different places at such a low level, because that was really risky in and of itself. And I'm surprised I didn't wipe more often than I did based on that. but otherwise, there won't be too terribly many changes to our plans. We won't be able to practice since the race is tomorrow, but that's all right.
All right, and my commentary partner, Dango, you have any final thoughts for us on this before we walk our way out?
Not much. We have another race coming up. It is the Couch Battle 2.0. The Game Changers versus Team Mofo. Falconic versus wife, Mama Duck herself. So that's going to be coming up next. Make sure to watch that one. Loser of that match, or the best of three. One of them is going to be sleeping on the couch. So this is a big match. The Game Changers are up 1-0 at this point. Spoiler, a little late, but Mama Duck herself is going to make that comeback. I'm feeling it.
All right, that you heard it here first. That's the prediction from my commentary partner Denver. I was the Hangry Canuck, and I would also like to thank our tracker behind the scene, MG Weirdo. You did a great job keeping us in line, and like my broadcast partner said, there is another hype match coming up in probably less than 10 minutes. So stay tuned and get excited for some more Final Fantasy randomizer action. And I'm sure you'll be hearing my voice again soon. Take her easy, guys.
Team Vorpal.
Vorpal sucks.